Plainfield man's plan to help women struggling with addiction has hit a roadblock. As we first shared with you in November, Elliott Hughes was inspired by his recovery from addiction to lend a hand to others.
But his nonprofit's goal to open a women's facility was not approved for zoning. WRTV's Kaitlyn Kendall shows us what's next in his effort to open a women's recovery center.
In a quiet neighborhood, tucked away at the end of this street in Avon, sits this house, inside freshly remodeled.
So this was a drug house, and we bought it, and we rehabbed it, and redeemed it.
Elliott Hughes, the program director of Waymaker, a nonprofit that works with those recovering from addiction, had big plans for this house. A new kitchen, dining room, living room, and bedrooms set up as a group home for women recovering.
So in Hendricks County, there are no women's recovery residences, which means, if a woman is needing a structured, supportive environment to help get back on their feet and help to stay sober, there are none here.
But that need will have to wait, at least for now.
They ended up making the decision to deny the special exception.
That decision was made by the 5-member Hendricks County Board of Zoning Appeals after a recommendation of support from the Director of Building and Planning for Hendricks County.
We believe that it wasn't based off of the findings that the Director of Building and Planning found, but based off of discrimination and fears of who, i.e. people with substance use disorders, living here.
We did try to get reaction from those who live nearby and were unsuccessful.
No comment.
But last night, they did have comments.
It's concerning for our community for safety reasons.
They have criminals living there. There could be needles in the front yard.
Hughes recounting some of those.
Old people live in this neighborhood. They could con them out of their money. Their boyfriends who are drug dealers could come to the house. Don't you know the relapse rate?
We believe that God will make a way, but in my humanness, it was challenging not to be angry.
So what's next for Waymakers?
Because we're not going anywhere. We're in this for the long haul. God has called us to this, to serve this community and to help bring Jesus, to help solve addiction.
Waymaker now has to tell the women they had waiting they no longer have a place for them. They will have to sell the house and look for a new place to go. Working for you, Kaitlyn Kendall, WRTV.
Well, there is still so much more to this story here. For the full interviews with both Elliott and Cindy, just head over to our website, WRTV.com.